In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can make your own homemade TCG cards. This is just handmade. I'm not going to be showing the computer or anything, but I'm just going to be showing you how you can turn something like this into this, or even this. I want to make this kind of like a follow along, but I'm already a little bit into it. But anyway, so basically what you're going to do to start off is that you're going to get a shape of your cards. So if you have your material out, which can be cardstock, I have packaging cardboard, which is durable, but you can have cardstock, printer paper, literally anything that you want. So you just take a card, like a Pokemon card or Yu-Gi-Oh card, whatever, like a size, and then you could trace it and then cut it out. So I think the ones I have right here are playing card size. So once you have this out, basically you can actually start your own card, in which now we're going to be getting into the, like, what are you going to put on the cards. Obviously, I'm going to say before you start any of this, you have to have the rules of your game, because the rules of your game is going to tell you what you can put on the card, like the template, which is all these boxes and lines. But yeah, so the rules is definitely the most important part. Try to make them unique. Don't make them a copy of another game. It's okay to have at least 2 similarities, but just don't copy the whole entire thing. And if you're making a game kind of like based off another game, well, like Yu-Gi-Oh has levels. If you're going to make your game also have levels and kind of do the same thing, then try to add 1 or 2, actually no, probably like 2 to 3 differences that like change the game. So it's not just why would you play this game when you can just play that game. Once you have your rules made, this is where you can start making the template, which is basically like the skeleton of your cards. So pretty much, I kind of already started, I'm sorry, but you see these boxes right here where the R is in, and then the box where the name of the card, Cornboy, is in, and then that box, and then these ones down here. That's my template, or the skeleton of the card. So basically what it is just it houses the stats that you're gonna have. So this is important because you want to make it good looking. You don't want to like make it like where the art of the card is interrupted. Like this one I have right here, everything is on the bottom, so it leaves a lot of room up top for the art. But I'm just gonna say the art is the least important part about the card, but it gives the game character. So try not to make a template that's like where the art is super small, or else it would kind of make your cards not as appealing as other ones. Okay, so once you have, you know, all like your templates for, let's say you have different types of cards like spells and items or equip things, you know, whatever. If you have multiple types of cards, then you'll probably have different templates. So once you have all that out, well, whatever that word means, you're probably going to want to keep it organized. So actually what a good idea is to have a binder or a notebook or like whatever. I have a binder, and you can put everything in there and to keep it organized. Like, and also another reason why you'll need that is if you're going to have sets for your cards, a good amount of the rarities, if you write them all down, that's also good. So because if you just keep on making cards, and let's say you have like 20 rares and then you only have like 10 commons, and you want to make the rarities where you have 20 rares and 20 commons, and you gotta start making more commons. So yeah, overall, basically once you have the template and the rules for your game, you're going to want to put all that stuff in. But I'm just going to say a few things about the rules. So for the rules, if you're going to be using health and, let's just say, health and attack, you're going to want to choose a number. They can be in the ones, the hundreds, tens, thousands, whatever you want. I would say the ones is actually the best, because then you can use dice into card effects or spells. But you can have them in any kind of number that you want. Now I just want to say another thing. If you're making effects and spells, be prepared to probably run out of ideas for spells and effects, because I actually have experienced that a lot. And then I actually experienced this like so many times that I have to add something else to the game. And if you already have a lot of cards made and you already have a template figured out, and let's say like a lot of the cards you can't put anything in the corner, like if I try to put some in the corner right here, it would be really squished up, look bad. So you kind of can't add anything else to the cards once you once you already made it. So yeah, so I'm just gonna say be prepared for that. And if you don't have abilities for your creatures and you just have health and attack or even shields or mana cost for them, then obviously that's going to add more variation in your cards so you can have more of them. Once you're at this point where you have the template all finished with the stats on it, this is where you can start working on the art. And the art, if you have your own art style, you could put it on there, but I'm just going to say some things about the art is that if you make the cards, like the characters of the cards up close, it kind of makes them stand out to be more like characters. Like it more focuses actually on the art itself. But if you make them farther away, like I have a card from an old TCG here, if you make them farther away, it kind of focuses a little bit more on the stats of the cards. I'm not really sure if this makes sense, but to me, if you make them up close, it kind of gives them more like respect towards the character. But you can do whatever you want. You can make them like however you want. You can make them up close, or you can put them where you show the whole entire card. That's what I meant by far away. You can do whatever you want. So once you figured out your art idea, what you can do is draw it with pencil first, and then go over it with pen, and then wait for the pen to dry, and then you can erase all of the pencil from underneath, and then you just color it. And that's pretty much it for the art. Once you have all of your stats on the once all your stats in the template boxes, you draw your art. You wait for the dry or whatever if you're gonna do that, and then you color it all however you want. You can color it whatever you want to. Mine are just like random colors. You'll pretty much be finished with the final card that you worked on, and that's pretty much it. If I'm gonna be honest, making your own homemade TCG or custom TCG is super simple to get started. It's really not that hard. All you do is just get paper, figure out rules, draw the template on it, and then put all the stuff you need in the template boxes, then you're pretty much done. And that's really it. But obviously, what makes it so complicated is actually the rules, because making it unique from others and actually making it fun. Because here's the thing, make the game fun. So if you don't make the game fun, but it has like a lot of strategy, it has everything, but it's not fun, then that's kind of pointless, because you want the game to be fun. And actually, in fact, my game has literally like no strategy at all, but it's really fun to play. So I mean, that's all I worried about. But yeah, I'm just gonna say actually a few tips for the decks of your cards. I did not bring up the decks because that technically goes on with your rules. But if you have like 20 cards per deck, I'm just gonna say you're gonna have to make at least 40 cards before you can actually start testing out your game. And if you make 40 cards and you test it and you don't like it, and you have to add something, but the only thing that you thought of is to add something to the actually cards, then that's like really risky, because as you can see, I can't add boxes to anything. I could add it right here on these two, but then I can't on this one and I can't on that one. So I'm just gonna say, and if your decks are over 10 or like whatever, I mean, you probably could play with like 5 cards just to test it, but I'm just saying it's going to be it's going to be risky if it doesn't come out as good as you think. That's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like if you got good tips. Comment if you have any questions. And it's really simple. The only hard part is really just making the rules, making it unique from other people, and I guess figuring out the template to make it look cool. Also, that's another thing. Just don't copy other people's templates. But yeah, that's pretty much it.